The rate of COVID supposedly is going up. Boom, 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 boom. That's the rate of diagnosis. And there's actually an article that came out. There's actually a couple articles, and I'm going to show this actual screenshots of some of these articles, as well as some of the doctors that have recently reached out to me, or that have reached out to other friends of mine, saying that this whole thing with the COVID-19 diagnosis increasing is not accurate, because we have people coming in for a urinary tract infection or a kidney stone or appendicitis, and we do the routine check, and it's being mandated to check for COVID-19. They test positive, so now we have to put them down as being positive. So the rates of numbers are going up, but the death rates plummeted. Hardly anybody has died of COVID-19. Now here's something interesting that I saw today. Multiple governors making announcements about the COVID-19, their numbers in their states, different states, and yet the numbers they're quoting are exactly the same. It was 22 yesterday, it's 33 today. Exact same numbers in different states. So I don't believe the numbers anyway, but the more you test, and you're using the RT-PCR test, the person who developed this test, who won a Nobel Peace Prize, he himself said that you cannot use the RT-PCR to establish an infectious process. And the gold standard of seeing what the test is, because remember, there has to be a surrogate. For PCR to work, you have to have a surrogate test, you have to have a gold standard, and you test against it. It has never, ever been established. Now, I believe, if you look at and understand how the PCR works, they amplify it. They keep on amplifying it till you start seeing a certain number of whatever you're looking for, a certain number start to appear. I believe that at this point, they're going to continue to amplify the test to the point that everybody on this planet will test positive. Already the Centers for Disease Control has come out and said that with the current testing that they're doing, they're not distinguishing between antibody titers, serological markers, and virology. So serology and virology, they haven't distinguished that. They're kind of throwing all those numbers together. And the most interesting thing is that they've already established that they cannot rule out that if you've had a cold before, that you could test positive for COVID-19, which is what I said a couple of months ago based upon the cat study, that there were cats that had gotten the flu shot, never been exposed to COVID-19, and yet they were testing positive. So how many people on this planet have had a cold before? So that's about how many people will test positive, the more you keep on testing it. And so that's justifying their numbers. They want to propagate this fear, so that justifies the numbers, and the sheeple are following those numbers rather than looking at how many people are actually dying from it. And nobody's dying from it. The death rate from COVID-19 is less than half of that of the regular seasonal flu. And in certain places in the world already, the cat's out of the bag. In Germany, in Italy, members of parliament and members of the government have already come out and made certain statements. In Brazil, members of the government have actually sent in troops and investigators into some of these hospitals that are saying that there are 5,000 people that are sick with COVID, and they barge in, force their way into the hospitals, and guess what they find? Not only are there not 5,000 patients in there, there's no patients in there. In fact, the hospital is under construction, under renovation. Not a single patient there. And this type of nonsense is all over the place. It's all over the place. So start critically thinking. Start thinking about what the issues are, and don't jump on a bandwagon either way. Of course, unless you're a troll or you're being paid to do it, then just keep on doing the same thing you're doing. You've already compromised your integrity. That's fine. I'm not talking to the trolls here. So I'm talking about the people that truly want to understand what's going on. People that may not have the same thought process, but that are now starting to question. And that's exactly what we need to be doing. We need to be questioning. The question is why? Why is stuff being censored? Why is information being prevented from being disseminated? Why am I getting this song and dance about X, Y, and Z, whereas in my own frame of reference, in my own experience, I'm not seeing this? And we realize that if this thing is so damaging and so detrimental, so virulent and so resistant, and they really need to stop everything and put up the ridiculous restrictions that they're putting up, then why is it that certain sectors, i.e. houses of worship, where people congregate, they're not able to do so, but other places, like a Walmart or Costco, it's fine? Why is it that gyms, that where you work out and get your body better and stay healthy, why is it that they're being not considered essential, but liquor stores are, okay? Ask yourself these questions. Things that better an individual, a person that wants to connect with their spiritual leaders, they can't meet in congregation, but hey, you can go shopping. You can't go to a business meeting with more than 10 people in there, but you can go to Costco where there's a few hundred people in there at any given time, and no problem.